house guests, welcome to today's Celebrity Big Brother 2 updates and spoilers. Our house guests of the day, we've got Kansas James, Kathy Bartek, and Kathy McHale. Thank you guys so much for the support. We really, really appreciate it, and we think you're awesome. And we could not do this without you, so thank you. Let's jump right in. Last night, Joey was evicted by a vote of 6-0, and everybody's like, to quote Julie, what happened? I mean, I think a lot of people, myself included, were thinking it was going to be a split vote, right? But this was a possibility that I was kind of thinking about, it being a unanimous vote. My guess as to what happened, I'm thinking Tamar put her foot down and told her allies that she was not going to vote Candy out. So knowing that she was going to stay anyway, they decided to flip their votes. Because if they hadn't, it would be a tie of 3 versus 3, and then Tom would have voted to keep Candy anyway. So they were probably like, well, if we want any chance of potentially getting Candy on our side, we may as well vote to keep her too. Right? That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, the feeds were only on after the episode was over for like 15 to 20 minutes before they went down again for the HOH competition, and nothing too exciting was happening in that time. Natalie and Lola were praying together for an HOH win. Okay, and then the feeds went down for 2-ish hours, and when they come back, we find out it was a knockout quiz comp. I love this every season. The knockout is so much fun because it really shows like who's working with who, and there's a lot of strategy involved in it, so I love that. So Tamar was the big winner. What? I'm super excited for a Tamar HOH. Unfortunately, it's only for like a day because the next eviction is Monday, tomorrow. So that also means that Tamar will not need to use her power because that's going to expire at the power veto ceremony. So I don't think she's going to need to save herself, right? Alright, so everyone was in the hotel bedroom except for Tom and Kato. They're all in a celebratory mood, and Ricky's like, the nomination ceremony is gonna be lit. Oh boy. I feel like Tamar could really go off because she was pretty pissed when Kato put her up on the block and was like, you need to go home to your son, blah, 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 you don't clean. And then there was also the situation with Kato with the whole Miss Cleo thing. She was pretty pissed about that. But Big Brother is definitely choosing to ignore that. So I think any references to that will be removed for the show. Okay, so anyway, it's pretty safe to say that Tom and Kato will be going up on the block. But is Lolo a little nervous? She was in the training lounge with Natalie, and Lolo's like, do you think that Tamar is still mad at me? What? Because of the lamb chop sea bass fight that you had earlier in the day? So lame. Natalie says, no, she's on a high right now. There's no way that she's even thinking about that. So then Lola's like, well, do you think she'll stick to the plan of Tom and Kato going up? And Natalie says, yes. Tamar said before the competition that she would never put Lolo up, even though she thought that maybe Lolo would put her up if she won HOH. And Lola's like, okay, but she also said that she would never vote Joey out, and that's what we did tonight, right? So can we really trust her word? So Natalie's like, it's fine. Frick and Frack are going up. Okay. So Natalie is like, and if Tamar doesn't put them up, I'm going to go ballistic on her. She's telling Lolo, it's fine. You guys fight like sisters. It's all good. I don't fight with my sister like that. Not about freaking sea bass and lamb chops anyway. But, Natalie says everybody's on the same page for this one. So it's going to be a chill 2 days or day and a half, whatever. It's fine. So then Tom and Kato were all alone in the Chrysler bedroom. That's going to be like their new hangout spot since they don't have the HOH room anymore. And they know they're most likely, definitely, probably going up on the block together. So Tom is trying to keep it positive because even if they are getting split up this week, he wants it to be fun TV because he's a comedian. He works in entertainment. He wants this to advance his career, right? So Tom is saying we should still be funny in defeat. This is not like the end of the world. And he says it's almost better not to make it all the way to the end it's better to have some memorable moments and maybe go out a little bit earlier. So Kato's like, yeah, I get that, yeah. But he's saying she won, he lost, and he accepts it. But their celebration after Tamar won kind of made him mad because apparently it was over the top. Tom says they were very extreme, really rubbing it in, and it was very unsportsmanlike conduct. Super Bowl? Okay, so Kato is also upset / worried about the whole Miss Cleo situation, and I mean, I'm really surprised that that's not blowing up online right now, right? Like, no TMZ involvement or anything. I wonder if there's some sort of like legal agreement. I don't know, but whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. So Tom's like, don't worry. They're cutting away from all that crap. They want to make it look like we're having fun in here. I wouldn't say they're cutting away from all of that crap, but like, yeah, they've been cutting the feeds a lot, and it's really annoying that they're like trying to hide this whole thing because we know it happened. But right when Tom was talking about that, of course, they cut the feeds. So when they come back, Tom is saying he doesn't want to give up yet. And he says this is a long shot. But for Tamar's game, in his opinion, her best move would be to put up Ricky and Lolo. What? I mean, I see what he's saying. At first you're like, she's gonna put up her own allies, but it sort of makes sense. I don't know. So he's like, our best move is to congratulate her, befriend her, and try. I don't think there's any hope for Kato and Tamar being friends after all that. But anyway, he says he wants to try and get Candy to help Tamar realize that she's got to break up those strong players. Because he's like, what's going to happen to Tamar once we're gone? She's going to be one of the new targets. So he really thinks that it would be beneficial for Tamar to break up that group of strong athletes. And again, there is something there, right? So I got a little off-topic question here. How is Kato still saying Tamar's name wrong? Are you serious? He's like, Tamara. What? You've been living with this person for a few weeks now. Come on. Are you freaking kidding me? So anyway, Tom is like, you know what? Our predictions about nominations have always been wrong. So you never know. Maybe we'll be surprised. Kato is pretty sure they're going up. Yeah, I think so. But Tom still wants to try. He doesn't want to give up yet. It's too early to just quit and throw in the towel. So he's like, Tamar can, you know, turn things around here, make an alliance with us goofballs, or she can be aligned with 3 athletes who are gunning for everything in their path. I don't know. So then she's not going to go for it, but he makes some interesting points here. So then Tamar comes out of the diary room. It's not time for HOH reveal yet, but she gets to make her lamb chops now. Actually, I don't know if she was cooking lamb or pork last night because I think they had some of both. But she says that she's going to sleep downstairs because she only has the room for like 2 days anyway. And it's just like a pain in the butt to move everything up there and blah, 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 blah. So she also confirms to her group, Ricky, Natalie, and Lolo, that she will be nominating Tom and Kato together because if one wins the veto, that means the other one will still definitely be on the block and they'll get rid of that one. But it seems like the group wants to get rid of Kato first because they feel like Tom is much less stable than Kato. So without him, he'll kind of like lose it and he won't be as much of a threat. I think they're kind of underestimating Tom because Tom is a comedian. He is used to scrutiny and he is used to people not liking him. So I feel like he's still going to be able to focus. I don't know. We'll see. But you guys know what I mean? So anyway, Tamar, Ricky, Natalie, and Lola are all in the kitchen. And Tom walks through. He's asking if she got her room yet. It's just like a friendly little banter thing. And then Tom says, guys, I think it's good if we try to at least smile through the last few days here. And Natalie's just like, I'm happy. And Ricky says, we smile a lot when you're not in the room. Wow, really? Really, Ricky? You're trying to be all like, I'm positive, blah, blah, blah. And then you say something like that? That is so mean. Wow. So Tom goes up to the sky bridge because he's like, okay, yeah, Bye. So he goes up to the sky bridge, and Tamar says to Ricky, let's be Christians, Rick. You know, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. And Ricky's like, it's true though. So then they're telling him, don't look like a bully. Tamar says love wins every time. And he's like, you're right, you're right. So Tom is upstairs on the sky bridge with Candy and Dina, who are being nice to him. They're like playing pool with him, just hanging out. And then after a few minutes, Ricky goes up there and just like fist bumps Tom without saying anything. Is that supposed to be your apology? Like, how nice of you to fist bump him. So Tom is just like, thank you. Okay, so then after that, Ricky goes back downstairs and he tells Tamar, I think it would be appropriate and make it easier if Tom and Kato apologized to the whole house. And Tamar's like, yes, I agree. Ricky says, they were upstairs talking bad about us last night and they were bullies when they had HOH. Okay, couple of things here, sir. Number one, what are they supposed to apologize for? Playing Big Brother? I don't remember them ever, like, personally attacking anyone or anything like that. I would say, yes, Tom especially was quite obnoxious with his gameplay last week, but it was gameplay, so I don't think you really need to apologize for that, and it's not bullying. Kato, yes, has made some offensive comments. I think he should apologize. I think he has, but yeah, he's messed up. He has messed up a few times. So, number two, how do you know what they were talking about? Are you just assuming they were talking about you? I mean, they probably were, but like, how do you know? And number three, when are you not stirring up shit and talking about them? I feel like every time I see Ricky on the feeds now, he's talking about Tom and Kato and how much they suck. So it's just a little bit hypocritical, but okay. So Ricky asks Tamar to talk to them about it, and she says that she will. So a little while later, Tamar and Ricky do bring this up with Tom. Kato was in the diary room at the time, so he was missing all the fun. And we only got to see the tail end of this conversation, but when the feeds turned over to them, Ricky was saying, this is not about gameplay, this is about your behavior, rubbing people the wrong way. And Tom says, yeah, I also felt rubbed the wrong way. Let's agree to disagree here. So then Tamar brings up them threatening and bullying her. And Tom is like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for you to feel that way. And Tom says, we're in a strange environment right now and people can misinterpret things because the energy is really strange. And Ricky says, you're the only one making excuses. We're not making excuses. Okay. So then Kato comes out of the diary room. So Kato and Tom go out to the patio so that Tom can tell him what he missed. So he tells him all about the Ricky smile comment, the fist bump apology, and then we get to hear a little bit more of the conversation that we missed the beginning of. So apparently, Tamar asked Tom if he's going to apologize to his friends, meaning Lolo, Natalie, and Ricky, because they thought that he was bullying them. So Tom said to her, I think they just got upset because I didn't want to be in an alliance with them anymore. Okay, and I don't know if that's really why, but okay. And then apparently Ricky came in from the hot tub and just started like grilling Tom, which is pretty much where we saw the conversation. So Tom is like, Kato, you know what? I think you should steer clear of Ricky and Tamar because they are very manipulative. They're accusing us of something that never happened and telling everyone that it did happen. And that's not fun. It's not cool. I have to admit, it's not fun to watch. It's gotten very ugly this past week. And again, I'm not saying that Tom and Kato are blameless because Kato has said some really questionable things, not okay things. And Tom, yeah, he was pretty wild last week. But again, he wasn't making it personal. I don't think what he did warranted like Lolo calling him all those names and telling him that he's like a piece of shit garbage person. Like, that's going a little bit far, don't you think? So meanwhile, Candy and Ricky get into a little spat in the kitchen. Candy says, realistically, I'm not here because of you, Ricky. I'm here because of her, meaning Tamar. So Candy says if it wasn't for her, I would be gone right now. And Tamar's like, yeah, he didn't necessarily want you to go. So Candy asks Ricky, were you not trying to get Tamar to vote against me? Oh, he was hard. So then Tamar was like, let's just celebrate the fact that we're all still here. This is great, you know, we have power right now, it's all good. So Ricky's like, I'm just trying to have a conversation, and all I'm trying to say is you don't get a 6-0 vote without conversations happening. So Tamar's like, yeah, he's just trying to say that communication was on point. Like, this was a group effort. But really, like, Tamar was responsible for Candy staying this week. I mean, come on. So then, after all of that, Lola, Ricky, and Tamar were all talking, and it seems like Lolo and Ricky are starting to regret keeping Candy around. And again, Lolo says, we sent a good man home, meaning Joey, and they're not happy because apparently Candy was like trying to help Kato in the HOH competition, and it seems like Candy is definitely wanting to work more with Tom and Kato, but they're kind of like on their way out right now, so yeah. Anyway, Tamar got her HOH room a little bit after midnight, and she got pictures of her son, a really long letter from her boyfriend, which was so romantic. OMG. She finds out that he's keeping a daily journal for her so that she doesn't miss anything. That's really cute. He said that she is the one, and he was just saying like all these really romantic things, and it was adorable. And she also found out that her son got super student 2 days in a row, so good job to him. She got snacks, root beer. Her music was Mariah Carey. I just always, when I see Mariah Carey now, I think of the, yeah, like her interview position for her show, but also the Vine with the lawnmower. I love it so much. And she got another pair of those like visor sunglasses, so she's ready for some more fights. I swear, she's like always wearing those whenever she gets in a fight. But anyway, nothing else really of interest happened last night. BB was kind of like being a dick because they kept blocking the feed so much last night. It was so stupid. But today, not too much so far. They should be having nominations, but there's not really like a lot of scrambling right now because it's pretty clear who's going up on the block. It's pretty safe to say it's going to be Tom and Kato going up. The question here is, will they end up making their pitch to Tamar before the ceremony, or are they just like, F it, it's not gonna make a difference here. We don't want to look desperate. But apparently, Big Brother told Tamar that her speech has to be nice. Just like more evidence that they are definitely trying to brush this whole Miss Cleo situation under the rug, because they're not planning on showing it. So if she references that in her speech, all the casuals are gonna be like, what the F is this? So yeah, anyway, check back later. I will post the nominees in the info for this spoiler tonight, and that's it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until tomorrow, much love.